Peace, peace, peace. All right, we back. We are back. All right, like we said, we're going to begin to start doing some of this every day so that everybody can catch up, at least for those that watch our channel. All right, or go to our Facebook page or pages, or go to our Twitter, or go to our Instagram, or go to our website. All right. So we're going to get into the 72 angels, all right? The 72 angels of God and the 72 angels of the GOETIA. All right. Peace, peace, peace. Brother Fahim. All right, Brother Jay. All right. Peace, fam. Oh, Brother Kamos. Peace. Oh, Trina, peace, peace, peace. All right. All right. So once again, everybody have to understand what the 72 angels are and the 72 demons of the GOETIA is. Because, of course, everybody hear Bobby talk about it. They hear Brother Panic talk about it, but we're going to break it down, as much as possible. Because if you ever read the ancient Kemetic stories or Temerian, which is Osiris, was encased in a coffin by 72 conspirators. These 72 conspirators are the 72 demons of the GOETIA, all right? Because these are the 72 conspirators of Typhon or Set, all right? Or Typhon, right? Now, in the Bible, it speaks of the 70 Levi priests of Moses, that received an outpouring of the Spirit, plus the two that was absent, Eldad and Medad, which makes it 72. And this is in the Bible in Numbers 11, 25, 26. And then you have the 72 Hebrew translators, 6 of each tribe, that Ptolemy II, king of Egypt, in 283 to 246 BC, assigned to put together what is called the Old Testament. All right, what we now refer to as the Old Testament, which came from the ancient Egyptian texts of what is known as the Perham Heru, or Perham Heru, which is known as the Book of Coming Forth by Day and Night, misnomed by Wallace Budge as the Book of the Dead. All right, then you have also, you have in the Old Testament, you have also the legends of the 72 translators, which supposedly have produced the Old Testament, or what is known as the Septuagint, all right? And then you have also the Vulgate, all right, which was the recognized official translation, all right? And then you have also the number 72 that was in the Zohar, right? In the Zohar, the degrees of Jacob's ladder were the number 72, all right? Now it's making it darker. Yeah. Now, the 72 steps of the ladder of Jacob, and of course Jacob is Yaakov, who fought Uriel, who is one of the archangels. Matter of fact, Uriel was the lord of the underworld, known as Hades or Hell. All right, this is where Lucifer name comes from. Lucifer is the Latinized word or name of Uriel, the Hebrew name. And Uriel is the Hebrew name of Heru, which is the ancient Kemetic Temerian name. Egyptian name, all right? So when you talk about Uriel, Lucifer, you're talking about Heru, all right? That's what is going on, all right? And Heru, Uriel, Lucifer exists as your Kundalini striking the pineal gland, all right? When your Kundalini is at its base chakra, that is what is called the devil or Lucifer, all right? Because the serpent was once here, and then it fell down the spine to near the coccus or the sacrum bone, which is called the sacred area, the abode, all right? And that's where it became and took on that title, Lucifer, all right? Or Uriel, the god of Hades, the god of the desires, all right? You know, everybody heard, you know, Rick James, you know, fire and desire. The fire and desire, that's here. You know what I'm saying? That's in your root or base chakra, you know? Once again, like we said yesterday, that's why it's the color red. All right, that root or base chakra is the color red. And that's the devil. And this is how Lucifer get recognized as being the devil. But yet, the chakra stays the same color because it's Roy G. Biv, but yet the Kundalini is able to raise up through the chakras, transform it. All right? Transform. The Bible tells you that even Lucifer can change into an angel of light because the angel, which is talking about the angles of light, which is talking about your 7 chakras, your endocrine glands, which emits the Roy G. Biv colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, light blue, indigo, and violet, that Kundalini, serpentine fire, can come up through those to transform from Lucifer to Christ. All right? From the devil to God. All right? That's what's going on. So this is the science of the number 72. Now, we keep going in, so you get the Zohar, and it speaks of the Jacob's ladder with the number 72. That's because near the Kunta gland, all right, which is near the coccus area, which is actually situated the prostate gland, the uterus. All right. Oh, thank you, brother Fahim. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So the Kunta gland. Let's get into the science of the Kunta gland, and you begin to start understanding a little bit more because some of y'all might not know the science of the Kunta gland or Kundalini gland, as it's called. This is basically the biology of the Kundalini. All right. You have the Muladhara. Now, the Muladhara is the base chakra. All right. Which is at the base of the spine. That's the abode of the Kundalini, where the Kundalini is wrapped 3.5 times coil at the base of the spine. All right. Now, there's several factors that lead the ancients to this symbol and this idea of this symbol, which becomes the caduceus or the Uraeus. Right. When you see the medical symbol on the hospitals around the country, around the United States corporation, around the world, this is talking about the exchange of the double helix of energy that can be felt raising up around the spine. All right. Now, Gopi Krishna, he called it a zigzag. So like this, or elliptical pattern. All right. That's what I refer to it as, is like an elliptical pattern. All right. Because these two nerves is the Ida and the Pingala, which correlates to the left and the right nostril. The left nostril is the moon, magnetic, negative. The right nostril is the sun, electric, positive. All right. So how you know that you have both of those activated is because you can breathe through both nostrils at the same time. As long as one of your nostrils getting clogged up every 2 minutes, every 2 hours back and forth, then that means that there's a blockage somewhere in your body, in your organs. And based on the time that you wake up, that's when your body is telling you that there is a need to push energy, absorb more prana or chi or ki energy into that area. Okay? Especially if you're not waking up energized. All right? If you waking up still groggy and fatigued and irritable, then you need more magnesium and iodine in your system. It means there's a lack or a need for it. All right? So let me get back to this Kunta gland. So what happened is that you can utilize the power of the breath and redirect the nerve flow. All right. This is what the yogis do to prevent ejaculation while still having an orgasm. It's called an internal orgasm. I won't get to that right now because that's dealing into Tantra. All right. Or Tantra Kriya Yoga. Now, understand, someone was trying to critique me on me putting out information on Tantra female herbal blends and Tantra male herbal blends on Facebook. Understand, my teacher was a grand master of Tantra Kriya Yoga, Sunyata Saraswati. All right. I've done lectures on the holy orgasm. It got shit to do with me wearing a fez. All right. I'm here to bring the truth. All right. Even the fez is a womb itself. So I got my head in a womb, just like I came out my head first from out the womb. All right. My earlobe is actually in a structure of a fetus and is downward with the fetus symbolic to the head right here of the earlobe coming down. As you rub, even in reflexology and acupressure, you can rub your earlobes like this and stop a migraine and headache. So these are just sciences that the ancients already knew. They understood the science of the anatomy. And if you were scared to know the anatomy, then you ain't no goddamn Moorish scientist. All right? That's just simple and plain. You're not. All right? Yeah. So understand, when you have an internal ejaculation, it might feel as there is ejaculation up the spine because the Kundalini gland, all right, which is called the coccygeal body, the coccygeal body, which is at the base of the coccyx, is composed of smooth muscle, and it can pulsate like an ejaculation, so it's going to feel like spasms. All right, and that coccygeal body is what is known as the Kunta gland area. All right, and it's an irregular oval-shaped gland between the rectal wall and the tip of the tailbone or coccyx. All right, and this is known in Tantra as the Kundalini gland or Kunta gland. Right, and the word Kunta is not like Kunta Kinte. All right, which is spelled with a T instead of a D, but there's a connection because Kunta Kinte meant life energy. All right, even in the West African language, but here we have Kunta or Kundalini, which means Kunta means a bowl, or Kundalini itself means serpentine fire. So during active Kundalini, basically you'll feel a pulsation in the sacrum, right? It's like a rumbling effect, all right? A spasm. In the Bible, it speaks about the earthquakes, all right? In the book of Revelation, when it talks about the seven thunders, that the first rumbling, all right, which causes the other six to rumble, is talking about that type of internal orgasm. All right. Now, the coccygeal gland is fed by the sympathetic nerves. All right. And you have the also you have the first two ganglion, the ganglion and the parasympathetic nerves. All right, this is what this is all talking about here. And so the two main nerves that we talk about is the Ida and the Pingala, which comes out of the sacrum, all right, in which that correlates to the area of that gland, all right. Now that gland for the near the males is near the prostate gland, and for the women is near the uterus, all right. But that gland is there, all right, and so there is an excretion from that gland. Guess what? There's 72,000 crystal. Check this out now. There's 72,000 crystals, magnetic sand-like particles that are located at the Kunta gland. All right? I'm just breaking it down for you. So this correlates back to the number 72. These 72,000 that is near the Kunta gland is known as the 72 demons of the GOETIA. Oh, shit. Now you know what that really is. Okay? And the reason why the backside is called the tree of knowledge of good and evil, all right? And they refer to the anus within the Hebrew or Jewish traditions as an eye that can be pierced because it's talking about anal sex. I'm just breaking it down for you. This is what they're really talking about. So understand what you're dealing with, all right? Because it has an internal mechanism and an external mechanism, all right? That's the internal mechanism. Now, the names of these spirits were obtained by combining the 72 letters of the 3 verses from the book of Exodus in the Bible, chapter 14, verse 19, 20, and 21. And you have the name, the Shem Hem Poresh, which is sometimes spelled Shemhaporae. Now, this word means basically the divine name of God, all right? It's the name that is also the Tetragrammaton, which is Yahweh or Yahivahe, all right? Or Yahuwah or Yahweh, right? Which is commonly called Jehovah or Yah or Jah, right? Now, we know that Yahivahe, which is YHWH or YHVH, is actually Huhi, Huhi, which is a name of Tahuti, the masculine principle of heaven as the eternal, as the title of Atum Ra Tahuti, the Tamarian nature or deity. We have the 7 principles of Tahuti, all right? So Yahweh is actually Tahuti. And Yahweh is actually the scribes of the gods. He's the one who writes down the good and bad deeds of the gods. This is talking about your DNA. As I broke down yesterday, the 4 amino acids. What are they? Cytosine, adenine, guanine, and thymine. These are the 4 amino acids, which symbolizes the 4 letters of Yahweh, YHWH, or Huhi, HUHI, which is nothing more than Tahuti. How do we know this? Because you can go to Dr. Ben's book, The Black Man, the Family of the Now. It's in his book, Dr. Ben. He tells you that that Yahudi or Jahuti, which is where you get the name Jahu or Judah, or okay, this is where you get these names from. And Yahivahe is Tahuti. Okay, so let's go through the 72 names. In Hebrew, you have Wahuye, which means help receive enlightenment and expand consciousness, dominates the scientists, the sciences and influences, all right, the shrewd. Now you have Lilel or Lilith, all right, which become Lilith. And it means help repress unjust revolts, all right? A's conjugal, peace, dominates kings and prince, influences of all generations. All right, that's who you call Lilith. So we know that Lilith was the first wife of Adam, but it didn't tell you that Lilith goes on to be Lililel, or Alayla, or Layla, all right, or Leela, which becomes Lilith, all right. And so her purpose is to dominate kings and prince, influences all generations. Then you have Satiel, protects against adversity and calamities, dominates, you know what I'm saying, the nobility, influences lovers of truth. You have Elamya, who helps against spiritual torment, reveals traitors, dominates sea voyages, influences discoveries, right? And I'm giving you these names for y'all can know the science of these 72 angels and demons, because 72 angels are symbolic to those that ascend. And then you have the 72 angels that are symbolic to the energy in which that descends. So we talked about the 72,000 crystal-like sand magnetic particles near and at the Kunta gland. Well, the energy from the Kunta gland is supposed to be raised up along with the Kundalini. It's called the Kundalini Shakti. Shakti is that magnetic force or principle in which that draws up into the pineal gland. And those 72 can join with the 72,000 other sand-like particles in the brain to form 144,000 sand-like particles, hence the 144,000, which now is around the pineal gland. And as the Kundalini comes up, it solidifies those 144,000 sand-like crystal magnetic particles into a shining diamond. All right? Because we know what the pineal gland excretes is melanin, which is carbon. Carbon is like a piece of coal, and coal is what color? It's black. So when the Kundalini hits that black substance, which is with much energy, friction, heat, it solidifies and become a diamond. Shine like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. All right, Rihanna told y'all that shit. All right, so that's what happened. So now you have solidified the real portion of yourself. All right, and now the soul can be like a facet as it is awakened and shine and beam out through the various facets of that diamond, and hovering right above the pineal gland. If you get the book Nutricides by Dr. Layla Africa, you'll find that there's a galaxy-like cloud, and from the side, it looks like a UFO. We call that Nubiru or Nebhiru, which means Neb means prophet or being able to see within Hebrew, and Heru means light. Heb also means golden. So we're talking about the golden light or the seeing light. So this correlates to Jesus when he said in Matthew, the 6th chapter, the 22nd verse, that when your eye is single, your whole body is filled with light. This is when you become the Cyclops. All right, it's time to become the Cyclops. All right, everybody getting this? Everybody getting this? All right, you ain't getting it, you know, ask some questions, shit. All right, now, understand that the 72 Nadis are also interconnected energy beings. This is what we're talking about, the 72 angelic beings. They're 72 demons, and it's operated by collaboration and interaction. In reality, the connections of the 72,000 Nadis are non-linear, non-location, and ranking. Is not necessarily a hierarchy. And you know what I'm saying? But when you get into quantum physics, you know, they go into the fact that that quantum physics focus not on physical things per se, but on energy fields in the form of wave particle duality. right? This is what these magnetic light crystal sand like particles do. It helps you to tap into this wave particle duality. All right. So not only do you have a developed body, physical body, you now also are able to develop your spiritual body, all right, which is your soul body, so that you can exist after the death of your physical body consciously. All right. And for those that can really get this shit, you can take your goddamn body with you by vibrating it to a higher level, all right, with positive thoughts, with positive affirmations, all right, with positive tones, sounds of healing, all right? And you can actually, and mental picturing of you being a gold light, a gold being, having a rainbow body, and all these things. And you can think this, all right, and actually transform your body into that. This is called the Transfiguration, which Jesus is spoken about. That is that Moses transfigured. When Jesus was at the mountain and he seen Elijah and Moses, and his face was transfigured. Fuck just the face. We're talking about the whole goddamn body being transfigured. That's what we're talking about. All right. So you have the resurrection body, which you can in the Tibetan text, it talk about you develop the light body, the resurrection body, the incorruptible body, all of this within 3 to 7 days after the death of the physical body. But you can do that shit while you're still living. You ain't got to wait. All right. And you don't got to see death. That's the whole point of tapping into the DMT, the dimethyltryptamine, all right, and the pinoline in your pineal gland, which normally is only excreted from when you're born and also massively when you die. But in between that, most people don't even get inklings of that. This is why they don't have any spiritual clues to what is going on in the world. No connection to the spiritual entities, no communication with the ancestors. This is what's going on. All right. So these 72 nadis are the way to interact with the inner world and the outer world. All right. This is the whole science. The outer world symbolizes the 72 degrees in the zodiac sign. Okay. I won't get into that right now, but we're gonna get into everything. Just hold on. Shit, just bear with a nigga. All right. So understand that we're talking about the chakras, the nadis, the human brain. Right. This is what we're talking about. So the human brain contains about 100 billion neurons that are connected to each other via as many as 1,000 trillion synaptic connections. Right. So there's parallel pathways. All right. You know, dense sub networks, you know, alternative pathways and backup nadis or nodes. You know what I'm saying? The 72,000 nadis of our body can be thought as a sub network of the 100 billion neurons in our brain. So the 72,000 nadis are mainly part of the distributed network of consciousness and energy. All right. And these nadis are arranged in 7 layers of hierarchical grid networks. And in these grids, 36,000 nadis are on the left side of the body and 36,000 are on the right side of the body, right? So not only did I just break down to you how there's 72,000 sand-like particles at the Coop gland, but there's also 72,000 particles at the pineal gland, all right? Then you have 72,000 nadis altogether, and you have 36,000 nadis on the left side, and then 36,000 on the right side of the body. All right. So this is what this 72 number keeps coming up to over and over again. So I'm gonna get back to the name. So we went over the Wahuya and Lila'el and Sita'el. All right. Sita'el protects against adversity and calamity. All right, influences lovers of truth. You have Elamya. Elamya helps against spiritual torments, reveals traitors, dominant sea voyages, and influences discoveries. You have Mahashya, who helps all of the living, all those who want to live in peace, and dominates occult magic and theology, influences learning. All right. And then you have Lilahel, in which that serves to acquire light, cures contagious diseases. All right, dominates love and fame and fortune, influences the sciences. And you have Akhatya, Akyaha, all right, which is it helps discover natural secrets, dominates patience and temperance, influences and spread of light and industry. You have Kahef-El, which serves to obtain blessings and protect against evil spirits, dominates agricultural produce, influences the hunt. Aziel, which helps promise and obtain the friendship of the great, dominates great faith, influences sincerity and faith. You have Aladya. Aladya aids help hide secrets, dominates plagues and rabies, influences healing. All right. Leia protects against lightning, serves and obtain victory, dominates fame, influences the famous and the learned. You have Haya, which means protect against adversity, help those in need, dominates dreams, influences the wise and spiritual people. All right. Lizael helps the faithful, all right, and dominates friendships, all right, and influences memory, all right. Now, I have all of this in my book, all right, the First World Order, all right, and you get into the 7th chapter, the last chapter. I go from the mundane into the spiritual aspect and show you what each of these 72 angels and 72 demons really mean, and what their purpose is and what they can do for you. All right. Understand that when you get the book, The Greater and Lesser Mysteries of King Solomon, it speaks about a ring in which that King Solomon had, which was a 5-pointed star ring, and downward it would be for controlling of the demonic spirits and release, and then upright would be for the angelic beings. All right. So this is all talking about the same information. All right. So you have Mebael, in which that protects against the wishing and all right of fortune of other of fortunes, absurd the fortunes of others, dominates justice, influence, and protects truth. And you have Hariel, which serves against the ungodly, all right, and dominates the science and arts, influences discovery and new methods. Hakam Yah, all right, helps against traitors, serves for victory over enemies, dominates arsenal, influences frankness. And Luya helps refreshing nighttime, helps against sadness, dominates high sciences, influences magician, music, influences the music and poets. And Kaliel serves to reveal the truth, aids the triumph of innocence, dominates trials, influence witnesses. All right. So understand is that you can use these angels, all right, or demons as they are called, in order to do your bidding. All right. But you have to make sure that you protect yourself in the process. Because remember, they're nothing more than aspects of you that you have yet to master. All right. That's all this is. Right. The aspects of you that you have yet to master. You haven't mastered it yet. So this is why I'm giving you these sciences. Okay. This is why you're getting these sciences today. Because I was asked this question yesterday. All right. As we was going through it. All right. So when we talked about the fact of the 72,000 Nadis, that correlates to the 72 angels and the 72 demons assigned to the 36 numbered tarot cards. So this is how the tarot cards can tap into what you're feeling and what is going on around you, because it's tapping into your nadis. The 36,000 on the left side, the 36,000 on the right side, total 72,000 nadis, which are the symbolic to the 72 angels and the 72 demons, which is assigned to the 36 numbered tarot cards. All right, I'm just breaking this down for you. All right, and you know that the tarot cards is assigned. All right, you have what? Each zodiac sign is represented by 3 tarot cards. Each tarot card is assigned to 2 angels, respectively, 2 spirits, 12 spirits for each zodiac sign, the total of 144 spirits for all the 12 signs. All right, that is symbolic to what I just told you. Also, of the 144,000 sand-like particles. When you reach the 72,000 from the Gland, and it raises up with the Kundalini to tap into the 72,000, which is in the pineal gland, which give you the 144,000. All right, and it tells you in the book of Revelation about the 144,000. All right, who was the 144,000? It was part of the 12 tribes. The 12 tribes are talking about the 12 pair of cranial nerves that sits around the pineal gland, where it is collected. All right, that's where it's collected at. And it's talking about the 12 pair of cranial nerves, symbolic to 12 pair. 12 times 2, because pair is 2, means 24, hence the 24 elders. And it says in the book of Revelation that the 24 elders sat around the throne of God and worshiped God day and night, and threw down the crown of gold, threw down their crowns of gold, and they wore white garments. Well, hold up, damn, 144,000 is said to have worn white garments or white robes and have palms in their hands. In other words, a green leaf in their hands. That is talking about chlorophyll, magnesium, right? Because magnesium, the only difference between chlorophyll-based plants and a carbon being, melanin, is one magnesium molecule. That's the only difference. So let me continue on. So you have Luya, protects and hides in obtaining grace, dominates memory, influence, intelligence. You have Pa'iel, all right, helps, dominates theology and religion. All right, you have Nilchael, protects against unfavorable spirits and slander, dominates mathematics and geometry. All right, you have Liael, which protects against storms, shipwrecks, dominates business fortunes, influence business trips. You have Mi-Lael, all right, in which that protects against weapons and perils of travel, dominates medicinal herbs and water. You have Ha'u'el, or Ha'u-Ya, serves to obtain grace, dominates the Excel, protects against thieves and murderers. And Nithael, or Nithya, all right? Understand that some of these have Ya, some of these have El, all right, and some have both. But here it serves to obtain wisdom and dream relations or revelations, dominates the occult, science, and the wise, right? Haya protects the seeking of the true light, all right? Dominates treaties, peace treaties, influences ambassadors, all right? Jaref El protects against unjust attacks, confounds one enemies, dominates civilization, and influences peace. Now understand that each of these angels, these 72, correlate also with the Psalms, all right, which are the hymns of Akhenaten, or the hymns of Ankh-Aten. This is a system that I put together if y'all understand what is really going on. You can call on these names for whatever matter is going on in your life and read the particular Psalms, which is the hymns of Akhenaten, to help eradicate that negative shit. This is real magic, what we're talking about here. It's low magic, but sometimes you need low magic. All right, this is why we say we work with gray magic. High magic low magic. We work on mastering ourselves, which is high magic, but we also work on making shit go the way that we want it to go, low magic. All right. It might be temporary, but shit, I can make it last forever. All right. Do a Keith Sweat number. Make it last forever, ever, ever. Make that shit last. All right, so let's get on down. You have Jafraf which protects against unjust attacks, confounds one enemy, dominates civilization, and influences peace. Sahaya, which protects against fire and ruins and collapse, dominates health and longevity, influences prudence. You have Riel, helps and protects against enemies, both visible and invisible, dominates mystic feelings and sacred philosophies. Amael protects against depression and trouble, strength and patience, dominate generations of men and animals. Likap casts light on one's job, dominates vegetation, influences astrology. Vasarael. All right. Now, understand now, when you read the book of Enoch, and it speaks of the fact that we was taught magic and all these different sciences by these angels. All right. These 200 fallen angels that came from the planet Saturn. All right. Now, understand in astrology, Saturn is the planet of structure. All right. Saturn is the planet of structure. It is also the planet in which that influences the skeleton system of your body. No coincidence that you have approximately 200 bones in your body, and that the 200 fallen angels came from Saturn, symbolic to the fact that Saturn had control over the formation of the physical body, in particular of the most dense portion of yourself, which is your bone structure. 200 bones approximately is what a human have when they reach adulthood. All right. So continue on. Then we have Verzael or Verzaya. It says help against false and unjust accusations, dominates justice and judges, influences the word. Yahuwah uncovers plots and traitors. All right. To undo their plans, dominates and influences just rulers. Lihaya, maintain peace and harmony between countries, dominates faithfulness and respect and devotion. Chawakya, recovers the friendship of those who has offended, dominate wills, influences friendly distribution. Munadyal, protect against slander. All right. Release prisoners, dominate the return of exiles, right? Aniel helps conquer and obtain release from siege, dominates the science and arts, influence meditation of the wise. Hamya protects against lightning and infernal spirits, dominate creeds, influence and protects those who seek the truth. Rahayel protects from and cures disease, dominates health and longevity. Yael, Yahi Ezel, which means help release prisoners and release from enemies, dominates press and books, influences artists. All right. Ha-ha-el, help against the ungodly and slander, dominates missionaries. All right. Influence priests and prelates. Then you have Mikael, helps and protects the safety of journeys, dominates the powerful, influences curiosity and politics. Now, of course, everyone know who Mikael is, one who dares to be like God. He's the highest archangel of all archangels. He's over the cherubims and the seraphims. Now, all of that sounds real nice and beautiful when you read it from the Hebrew script, but Mikael is nothing more than a form of Maku. Maku is Heru Maku, which is a form of Heru. all right? And so Maku, which is the word Mikael or Michael, Maku is actually talking about the activation of the crown chakra, which is now over the cherubims, which is talking about your cerebrum, and over the seraphims, which is your spinal, which is your Kundalini, up through the spinal column. All right. That is what this is talking about. So this is how you now become Michael, one who dares to be like God, because you have mastered the cerebrums, which is the two hemispheres of the cerebrum, which is talking about the cherubims, and the spinal column, the Kundalini through the spinal column, which is the seraphims. The word seraph means serpent. That's why Kundalini is called serpentine fire. This shit is about you. Stop looking at this shit outside of yourself. Bobby and Panic Ben told you this shit. I'm just adding on, trying to get y'all to understand this to the deepest level, that this is about you and that you have to learn how to meditate and breathe to go in to activate this shit. All right? Many don't want to do the practice. They just want to do the knowledge and masturbate. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking damn goddamn mental masturbation and shit. They rather just, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, we was damn building hard, and we started going in the science of breath. That shit dwindled from like over 100 and some odd people to 16 motherfuckers. The reason why, because you niggas ain't ready. That's a problem. Anyway, yo, here we go, right here. Rehael, protect from and cure diseases, dominates health and longevity, influence love. High Izael, helps release prisoners and release prisoners from enemy. All right, and then of course, which helps destroy enemies, free from slavery. Right, we need to be calling on what Elia all the damn time, because niggas are still in mental slavery right now. All right, if you ain't in mental bondage, or if you ain't in physical bondage, you in mental bondage. All right, so we need to be calling on this angel all the time right here. Wa El Yah. All right, then you have Yala or Wala Yala Yah, which helps wins lawsuits, dominates victory, influence courage in battle. Celia helps confound the evil and the proud, dominates vegetation, influence education. Ariel helps uncover hidden treasures. All right. Aziel, Azalea, helps those who wish to raise themselves spiritually. Right. We need to be calling on Azalea all the damn time too. All right. Dominates justice, influence contemplation. Mahayal helps preserve harmony and union between spouses. All right. Dominates the generations, influence love. All right, and we only got a few more. Keep going. Wahuel helps find peace against trouble, dominates great personalities, influence humility. Daniel protects and consoles, inspires decisions, dominates justice, influence judges. Hazat, those who wish to know the occult mysteries, dominates chemistry, influence abstract sciences. All right. Aminya destroys enemy, protect prisoners, protect vigor, influences research. Nanael obtain enlightenment, dominates the higher sciences, influences teachers and men of law. Nahael obtain mercy and longevity, dominates dynasties and stability. Mibaya helps in consolation and those who wish to have children, dominates moral and religion. All right. Fuyel, all right, obtain what is asked for, dominates fame and success and fortune, influence moderation. Namemya helps prosperity and release prisoners, dominates generals, influence combatants. All right. Yaila Yel, Aila El helps against trouble, heal eye diseases. All right, dominates iron, influences locksmiths. All right, Hara-El protects against female sterility. All right, protects and help reform rebellious children, dominates treasures and archives, influence the press. Mizrael heals the illness of spirit, release from prosecutors, dominate men of virtue, influences faithfulness. Umem-El, obtain the friendship of a person, dominates astrology, astronomy, and physics, influences sensitivity of the heart. Ya'el, obtain wisdom and knowledge, all right? Influences virtue and salitude. Ani Anu El, protects against accidents, maintain health and heals, all right? Influences business. Mkael, protects against rabbit, and fierce animals, dominates learn and oracle, authors, and influences press and books. Namebya, all right, aids against sorcery, obtain wisdom, dominates the waters, influences sailors and fishermen. Menak-El, protects against and heals anger, leprosy, dominates vegetation, influences sleep and dreams. Etyael, helps and consoles in adversity, obtain wisdom, dominates change, influence the occult sciences. Abuya, helps maintain health and cure diseases, dominates fertility and agriculture in the earth. Rak-El, helps find lost and stolen objects, dominates law and judges, influences fame. Yabamya, protects and regenerates, leads to inner harmony, dominates philosophy knowledge, all right, or philosophical knowledge, influences nature. Hayel, confounds evil, grants release from enemies, give victory, dominates weapons and soldiers, influence iron. Mimya, which is the last one, brings every experience to a happy conclusion, dominates medicine and influences longevity. These are the 72 intelligences which govern the 72 zodiacal terms. All right, these are also the 72 negative angels, making 144 angels in all according to the Holy Kabbalah. In the 5 degrees increments, 360 degrees, it takes 72 pulse of the Earth rotation, which equals the time it takes to rotate 1 degree every 4 minutes, or 1:4 ratio. But there are numerous other angels, all right, and demons, all right. And the word demon is actually an ancient Egyptian word, all right. The word demon is the English transliteration of an ancient Metro Natural word, which is team on, at team or atum, all right, team, at team. And then on is Ra, which basically means setting sun or sitting sun, all right, or deaf sun. That's what that is symbolic to, all right. Then you have the magical images and so, which of course, if you got the name of each one of these angels, you can write it in Hebrew and that becomes a sigil that you can utilize in your rituals, all right. Now, in regards to the particular angel states of grace, and no matter how defined, they're all under who? God's divine plan, all right. Even when, to all intents and purposes, they are performing under the direct order of what we refer to as the devil, really is the instrumentality of the creator who used evil for his own ultimate purpose, all right, which is your lowest self, all right. The angels perform a multiplicity of duties and tasks, all right. Preeminently, they serve God. They also carry out missions from God to man. All right, now remember, you don't believe me, go to Isaiah, the 45th chapter, the 7th verse. And God says, I form the light, create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So this is what is meant, that there is no such thing as evil or good, is perception. And you utilize this based on your own perception. And if you get into something in which that you have a fear, then these forces can become demonic. In other words, turn against you because you have fear. But if you go into it, you know what I'm saying, happily, understanding that this is what you're going to get, then that is what you're going to receive is something good. Because now you're dealing with the angelic portions. And understand that, once again, demons and angels are nothing more than you have improper and angles of light, which is demons, and you have proper angles of light, which are angels. But they're all both aspects of light. All right, Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Red is the slowest aspect of the spectrum. Violet is the fastest aspect of the spectrum. So the seraphims, which Michael, or Malik Sadak, is purple. All right. Green, which symbolizes the meeting place at the heart, and the highest aspect is the color purple. And then the demons, which are the fallen angels, which all of us are the fallen angels because the soul became incarcerated in skin or in sin, fell into sin. All right. This is what this is all talking about. Right. So stop all that bullshit, about some spooky shit outside of you somewhere. Understand, understand, and understand what we mean by the word angel. Angel is actually angles of light. Seraphims were agreeable, positive, good, electrical angels. All right. And cherubims were disagreeable, negative, bad, magnetic angels, or 180 degrees agreeable and 180 degrees disagreeable. All right. Thus, 360 degrees. Right. The 180 degrees of positivity symbolizes the higher self, which is 3.5 upper chakras, and the 180 degrees of negativity symbolizes the lower self, 3.5 lower chakras. All right. And so this is what this is really talking about. And Yahweh, once again, which is Tahuti, is the grand architect of the 4 elements, which fundamentally are the whole universe. All right. Which are the 4 amino acids, which amino acids are called the building blocks of life. These are the blocks that builds life, that built your body. These are the 4 that built your body. So Yahweh did form your body into existence. The Gnostics took that as something that was negative because in so building the body into existence, the soul becomes incarcerated. And the only reason why they feel like that is because you as a soul no longer have connection to your previous incarnations or past lives. But they still exist with you. But see, this is the whole point. If you practice Qigong and Tai Chi, which niggas don't want to practice, but they have a method in which that they tap right here at the back of the head, in which that creates scarification, in which that reactivates your connection to the oversoul where your past lives are stored. And you can have access to your past lives. Just like on the goddamn cartoon Avatar. But I know niggas don't want this. That's the problem. They just want to mental masturbate. They don't want to practice this shit. I get up in the morning. First thing I do, I do Reiki, do pranic energy healing, do my Qigong, Tai Chi. Then I go and go brush my teeth, wash my ass and shit, do all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing is doing that Reiki, getting them energies adjusted with them endocrine glands. You know what I'm saying? That's what must be done. I'll sit down, when I'm ready and start going over, you know what I'm saying, doing my chants. You got to do something spiritual every day, more than 20 damn minutes. All right? 20 minutes is what the European can take from the sun. Right? You as a melanated person need at least an hour to 3 hours of sunlight. That means you need at least 1 to 3 hours of damn spiritual edification. All right. But, you know, I guess, are there any questions about anything which I'm going over?
Somebody said, did you miss Uriel? Going over Uriel?
Yeah. Uriel, we already broke that down. That's the devil. All right, that is the god of the that's the god of the lower realm of Hades. Okay. Oh, thanks, brother Jack. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. Oh, thank you, Trina. Thank you, Trina. Twinkie. Thank you. What I'm talking about, helping the nigga out. All right. So
DNA double helix is like a genetic Kundalini. Is it just that it's just lying dormant?
yeah, well, junk DNA is your melanin. Junk DNA is actually uncoded, non-coded DNA, which is actually melanin. Melanin has its own DNA. When they say melanin has its own DNA, it's talking about junk DNA. All right. So by activating your melanin, you activate the junk DNA, which becomes the 10 tribes of Israel, or the 10 strands with the 2 strands of helixes. All right. Which now become 12 strands of DNA. All right. Become the 12 strands of DNA. All right. So that's really what all of this is. All right. Astronomy is the pseudoscience of showing no connection whatsoever with the human anatomy. It's just showing that stars is up in the sky some damn where, and they gave names to it. Oh, they go to Big Dipper. Oh, they go to Little Dipper. Oh, they go Orion. Oh, they go the moon. Oh, they go Venus. Oh, they go Jupiter. Oh, that's it with astronomy. Astrology explains to you the influences of the stars. Okay, Sirius. Oh, the science of Sirius is that that's the placenta of where this solar system came from. Our sun is a quote unquote, all right. Our sun is what we refer to as a child of Sirius B. Sirius B had an implosion, and from that implosion came forth our sun. And then our sun created what we now call our Earth, as well as also our other planets in the solar system. Okay? So this is really what this is talking about. All right. So somebody asked me about Uriel, and we went over Uriel, but let me see if y'all.
While you're looking for that, do you know any more information about the Abdullah Oblongata, which is very concentrated in melanin?
Yeah. The medulla oblongata is the back of the head that I was talking about, that you would do scarification, and doing that, it helps excrete what we refer to is also called the mouth of God. All right, that's what it's called. The medulla oblongata in the occult is called the mouth of God. All right, and this mouth of God has abundance of melanin. Now, this is still connected to what we refer to as the reptilian portion of the brain and limbic brain. All right, so this is all connected. All right, so the medulla oblongata is part of the reptilian portion of the brain, and on the brain stem of the reptilian portion of the brain, you have 12 melanin sites, and these 12 melanin sites are spoken of in nutricides by Dr. Layla Africa. And when these 12 sites are activated, the Kundalini can move up now beyond the reptilian portion of the brain and go into the higher frontal lobes, or what is known as the neocortex. Hence, you become Neo, which symbolizes the new brain now. All right. So you have to open that door for the energy can pass. What happens that when the Kundalini comes up to that area, it creates a sound which is called like a thump. It's like a thump noise. All right. And that is called the axe. And when you look at Hebrew, the letters in Hebrew, GOP, which is QOPH, which is one of the letters in Hebrew. One of the symbols of GOP is an axe. All right, is an axe. All right, so that symbolizes the Kundalini as it comes up to that area. Because you also find out that the word gulp or cup, all right, also symbolizes, is also one of the symbols is also a monkey. The monkey see, monkey do. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. All right, all of that is talking about the symbol of Tahuti. Tahuti's symbol is a baboon or a monkey. All right, which symbolizes basically the copying center in your brain. So they're telling you that the medulla oblongata has all that melanin because it is the copying center in the brain. That is where your memories are stored, in the medulla oblongata, which is connected to your oversoul. All right. This is why you tap here at the back of the head to scarify that area to give you access to that door. In other words, to open that goddamn door up so that you can walk in and get with your past lives, your last incarnations, so that you can have a reoccurring memory. All right, the cerebellums and the cerebrum. The cerebellums are two areas also in the brain. It helps to cover the brain. The cerebrum in particular is called the covering. And so it helps to protect the middle portion of the brain, which is where the third ventricle is located, which is where the pineal gland specifically is located at. All right, so that's what that is. Those areas in the brain helps to protect that. All right, to protect that area. All right, so
somebody wanted to know, you mentioned the tarot cards,
right,
and how they work with your body,
right.
So does that mean how you feel affects the tarot card reading?
Yes, how you feel affects the tarot card reading, but also the ancestors can actually help bring information, you know what I'm saying, through the cards. All right, they can help actually bring information through the cards. All right, so that's really what we're talking about here, is bringing information through the cards. And so they can actually help with that process. All right, through the readings. And the major arcana cards are the major ones that the ancestors speak through. All right, and normally in the deck you have 72 cards. Normally you have 72 cards. To go to number 72 again, and you normally have about 22 major arcana cards or so. All right, something like that, depending on the card deck. All right, and the ancestors speak through those 22 because it's symbolic to speaking through the 22 amino acids in which that forms your physical body into existence. Okay, you have the 4 major amino acids in which that multiplies into 22, in which that give you access through the card readings. All right, my book speaks about that. All right, matter of fact, I go into detail about that information in here in the First World Order. When you go into chapter 7, I get so deep into it, and I give you the names also of the major arcana cards and the influences. All right, and what you can do.
What's your favorite tarot deck?
My favorite tarot deck is what is called the New Orleans Voodoo deck. The New Orleans Voodoo deck. I've used Raoul Nefer Metru Neter deck, but my favorite is the New Orleans Voodoo deck. All right. All right, and yes, some people do say that the cerebellum do store knowledge or do store your experiences, and that is true, but it is first transferred to what we call the medulla oblongata. And from the medulla oblongata, it is then passed through all 76 trillions of your cells. So yes, eventually the cerebellum do receive that memory, all right, those memories, but it is first transferred into and from the medulla oblongata. All right, that's what's really going on. All right, so all right, so what we're going to do is come back tomorrow, get into another topic subject. All right, and of course, if you want those cards, you can go to our website. We have the New Orleans Voodoo deck, we have the Orisha deck, we have the Native American deck, we have what's the other ones we have?
Mystical Goddess.
We have the Mystical Goddess deck. We have several other we have the Afro-Brazilian tarot deck. So we have all these different tarot decks that you can get. Matter of fact, that might be the shit for tomorrow. We get into the science of the tarot, all right, and how to rock that. So we appreciate those who gave super chat. Yo, love y'all. Once again, that's Twinkie, that's Sister Trina, Brother Jack, and Brother Fahim. All right, so appreciate y'all. And yo, we're gonna be back tomorrow.
Omar.
Oh, Brother Omar, appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow, y'all. And once again, we're gonna get into the voodoo, New Orleans voodoo deck and the different other decks, and also how. Yo, we love y'all and we out.